हेलो गाइस। आज हम लोग पोस्ट मौर्यन पीरियड के बारे में पढ़ेंगे कि पोस्ट मौर्यन एम्पायर्स जो थे, यहाँ पे दो चीज़ें हैं। देयर इज पोस्ट मौर्यन एम्पायर्स विच इज़ फ्रॉम इंडिया ओनली, द इंडिजिनस एम्पायर्स, एंड देयर इज आउटसाइडर्स, द इन्वेडर्स हु केम फ्रॉम mostly from the Central Asia. Okay, so let's begin. First we'll see the map. Here you can see this is the area where Kushanas invaded. This map is actually about initial areas. Excuse me. Initially where they were present. Later on they migrated to other areas also. So these four you can see: Kushanas, Indo-Greek, Parthians, and Shakas. They invaded to India from other territory. And then there is here you can see Magad kingdom, Shunga and Kanva, who were there after Mauryan Empire, right? And here it is Satvahana's in the south. Okay, so this we will see that these Kushanas will defeat Shakas later, and they will invade in that area. So this is the initial presentation. Okay, right. Indigenous dynasties we will be seeing first. Indigenous dynasty was first Shunga dynasty. Pushyamitra Shunga assassinated the last ruler of Mauryan Empire. Okay, and then after he came into the power in 185 BC. Okay, then he was deep believer of Vedic Hinduism. And these all things are mentioned in Ayodhya inscription. तो अयोध्या में क्या है? राम मंदिर. तो उससे हम क्या याद रखेंगे कि जो हिंदुइज्म का सेंटर है वो पहले जो अयोध्या इंस्क्रिप्शन था उसमें मेंशन किया गया था. ठीक है. डिस्ट्रॉयड बुद्धा स्तूपा, वो टाइम पे बुद्धा जो बुद्ध रिलीजन है वो बहुत प्रोमिनेंस में था, पीक पर था, तो उन्होंने बहुत सारे स्तूपास, मोनेस्ट्रीज को डिस्ट्रॉय किया. एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली पतंजलि, द योग सूत्र, जिसका नाम आजकल रामदेव जी खराब कर रहे हैं, बाबा जी, तो दैट पतंजलि योग सूत्र, गुरु ऑफ योगा, he was there only. He wrote two books. One is Yoga Sutra, in which he wrote the philosophy of yoga, and the Mahabhashya, that is commentary on Ashtadhyayi of Panini, that was a Sanskrit grammar. Okay, then after इसके बाद आएंगे अग्निमित्र शुंगा. He established and extended the territories of the existing Shunga empire. Okay, and he had a love story with Malvika. So his love story Malvika Agnimitra is mentioned by a book by Kalidas. Okay, Malvika was the princess of Vidisha, right? So then after came Vashumitra Shunga. He was a very tolerant ruler, and he reconstructed all the stupas and monasteries that were destroyed by Agnimitra, mainly in the Sanchi. Okay, then last ruler was Devbhuti, who was again assassinated by Vasudev Kanva, who will establish the Kanva dynasty in the 75 BC. Only important ruler was here Vasudev Kanva. Okay, large number of foreigners in his time accepted Hinduism. One of important personality who accepted Hinduism was Heliodorus. He was a Greek ambassador and accepted Hinduism and erected a pillar known as गरुड़ ध्वज. ओके, तो गरुड़ ध्वज पिलर जो है वो हेलियोडोरस ने कहाँ पर लगाया? विदिशा जो है प्रेजेंट है, उसको भिलसा और बेश नगर भी बोलते थे. और जो मालविका थी, मालविका अग्निमित्र के स्टोरी में, वो भी कहाँ से थी? विदिशा. ओके, तो इससे याद रखेंगे हम लोग. और कनवा में देखिए, कनवा में क्या आता है? वी से विदिशा में हेलियोडोरस ने एक पिलर बनाया था जिसको गरुड़ ध्वज बोलते हैं, भगवान विष्णु का पिलर था. नेक्स्ट डायनेस्टी सतवाहन. ओके, सतवाहन आर मेनली सतवाहन. हियर यू कैन सी वाहन शब्द जो है दैट इज़ व्हीकल. तो वाहन जो है इससे 7 हॉर्सेस जो है उसको रिप्रेजेंट करने वाला जो था, उस टाइप से इसका नाम डेराइव किया गया है. ठीक है, इसको आंध्र या आंध्र भृत्या, मतलब जो आंध्रा रीजन था मेनली, उसमें ये लोग थे, तो इसलिए इनको ये भी कहा जाता है आंध्रा पुत्र, राइट. मेंशनड इन पुरानाज में इनके बारे में मेंशन किया गया है. established by Simukh was the first initial ruler who established this dynasty. Amravati and Nasik were the capitals. ठीक है, कैपिटल थे इनके. हाला was important ruler, right, and his patronage to the art and literature will see that later leads to the establishment of Amravati as the center focus for the art and architectures, sculptures, right. So Prakrit poetry, Hala was also wrote a poetry, Gatha Saptashati. It's a poetry, it's a love poetry, okay, love making poetry is there. Then Gautami Putra Satkarni, he was one of the important ruler of Satavahan dynasty. Gautami Putra, you can see his first name is derived from his mother's name, Gautami Balasri. Okay, so here we can see that there is a trend of matrilineal, but society is yet patriarchal only. So Nasik inscription it is mentioned, right? She mentioned about that Satvahans were he was the only protector of Brahmins. So Brahmins were always getting the protections from the kings only. Then Amravati is becoming center of Buddhist art and sculpture. Lead coin, and this is important point, that lead coin was for the first time issued by any dynasty. So that was Satavahan. Okay, practice of land grants and to ब्राह्मण्स और monks, जो ब्राह्मण्स और monks थे उनको ज़मीन दान देने का प्रथा यहाँ से शुरू हुआ. और ऐसा कहा जाता है कि फ्यूडलिज्म जो बाद में इंडिया में आएगा वो भी यहीं से शुरू हुआ. ठीक है. वैदिक हिंदुइज्म और बुद्धिज़्म दोनों को पैट्रोनेज किया सतवाहन डायनेस्टी में. सो आउटसाइडर्स डायनेस्टीज वी विल बी सीइंग. सो here we have seen about Satavahan, Shunga and Kanva, right? Now we will be seeing Kushana, Indo-Greek. We'll sing Indo-Greek first because in the order first came Indo-Greek, then Shakas, then Parthians, then Kushanas. Okay, IS, remember PK. Okay, PK movie you remember, so you will be remembering this order as ISPK. Right, Indo-Greeks arrived in 175 BC. Their capital was Sakla, which is present day Sialkot in Pakistan, right? Menander was the most important ruler. So Menander later accepted Buddhism under the monk Nagsen. He and Nagsen had a discussion, a long discussion, after which he was very impressed and finally he accepted Buddhism. So all these are mentioned in Milind Panno is a book in which it's all mentioned, and he changed his name from Menander to Milind. Okay. Gold coins were introduced in India for the first time by the Indo-Greeks. So here you can see there is Indo-Greek, G and O is there. ठीक है, G और O है तो गोल्ड याद रखेंगे इससे Indo-Greeks. और ग्रीक वाले वैसे भी बहुत अमीर थे, उनके पास गोल्ड रिजर्व सब था, तो Indo-Greeks ने फिर इधर साकाज में अराउंड 1990 BC में आया इधर. बैक्ट्रियन रीजन, सेंट्रल एशिया, सेंट्रल रीजन ऑफ द एशिया, वहाँ से ये लोग आए थे. मेनी ब्रांचेज में देखें, वेस्टर्न ब्रांच वाज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. दे वर कवरिंग द एरियाज ऑफ गुजरात, राजस्थान, सम पार्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र. सो दैट वाज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट एरिया, गुजरात टू नासिक. ओके. देन कम रुद्रदमन was the most important ruler of the dynasty. Girnar and or Junagadh inscription is there, in which Sudarshan lake is there. Sudarshan lake per se first time was made by Pushyagupta Maurya. कुछ याद है? चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य, हिज ब्रदर ही इज पुष्यगुप्त मौर्य. तो सुदर्शन लेक को बनाया था किसने? पुष्यगुप्त मौर्य ने. और रुद्रदमन जो है वो क्या करेगा? इसका रिपेयर करवाएगा. ठीक है. देन सतवाहन रूलर वशिष्ठ पुत्र सतकर्णी जो था उसको इन्होंने 2 बार हराया था. ठीक है. बट मैट्रिमोनियल अलायंस होने के कारण ही डिडंट अनेक्स दैट टेरिटरी. तो ये सब मेंशन है जूनागढ़ इंस्क्रिप्शन में, राइट. उसके बाद आएगा पार्थियंस. 25 AD में आए. सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट रूलर गोंडोफ्रेनस. ओके, मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट रूलर. सेंट थॉमस ऑफ इजराइल केम टू इंडिया टू प्रोपेगेट क्रिश्चियनिटी. एंड मैलापुरम Velikani church, it is one of the oldest church in India. It's made in the memory of Saint Thomas only after he died in India. Okay. Then after came Kushanas. They came from Yuchi tribes in Central Asia. 2 branches they came, Kedafis and Kanishka. Kedafis was in a very small area, and later on Kanishka conquered all the rest areas. So Kujul and Vima Kedafis, 2 rulers were there. And Vima Kedafis released coins, okay, trident and bull in one side, and on the reverse side is the king sitting on the altar. So this is the depiction that they were the devotee of Shiva. Okay, Shiva's trident, you remember, right? So Kanishka in 78 AD came. Kanishka defeated the northern branch of Shakas. Okay, So the northern part Shakas were there, so they were defeated and pushed back to the western part. Started Shakas calendar to memorize this, that they defeated him, so they started Shaka calendar, right? And official calendar of government of India is Shaka calendar only. So you can see there is a mismatch. Like if this is 1930, means plus 78, means 2008 was the 1930. You can see here how calculation is done. Sometimes in some exams it is asked, like if the year is 2018, so in 2018 what you will do, you will minus 78, so it will come to 0 11 7 4. Okay, so it will come to 1940. So in Indian calendar what it will be, it will be 1940. Okay, so this is the concept. We follow the Shaka calendar, and generally now we are all following the universal calendar, English calendar, right? So after that convened fourth Buddhist Council in Kashmir. Okay, and Ashu Ghosh was the head of here. Buddhism here, an important event is there. Buddhism is being divided into Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism. So you will be remembering that Mahayana, M for Murti, they used to do the worship of the image, Murti puja करते थे. And Hinayana, it is original form of Buddhism which does not believe in any form of idol worship, right? And Mahayana Buddhism, they believed in idol worship. Then after Mathura and Gandhara school of sculpture is there, patronized by the Kanishka. Mathura is close to north, so Mathura and Gandhara. And in south was Amravati, patronized by Satvahans, right? The south, Satvahan, SS, right? And Amravati is in the south only, right? Then Kushanas were patronizing two. One was Gandhara and other was Mathura, right? So Gandhara and Mathura school of art were patronized by them, and then after we'll see, Kanishkapur or Jammu, present day Jammu was the region. Wave of urbanization was there, and Purushapur in Peshawar. So these two were their capital at some point of time. High level of monetization, gold, purest form of gold coins were there, and copper coins were released by Kushanas, right? Then Silk Route made by the Chinese army, Chinese means kingdoms, right? So was heavily utilized by Kanishka for trade purposes, trade relationship with Roman and Chinese world, okay, obviously. And it's like long overcoat, trouser and kurta and pajama were introduced by them in the India. Okay, traditionally we used to wear what, dhoti kind of thing, okay, mainly. So memory trick for this whole we have covered the Magadha dynasty. So we'll see that how you will remember all of this. Okay, so in the Magadha we have seen many empires. So in those empires we will be seeing that how you will be remembering all these. So here you can see Harsh, Shishu, Nand जैसे Nand Lal is like Krishna, right? So Maurya और Shaurya वाले थे. So this is Haryank, right? This is Sishunath. This is Nand dynasty, Mauryan dynasty, right? Then फिर ISPK. I told you to remember ISPK. Okay, Indo-Greeks, Shakas, Parthians, and Kanishkas. Okay, Kushanas actually part was the Kadepis and Kanishka. Kushanas. Then what it say? फिर ISPK आया. फिर ISPK आया. Okay, some IS is there, so PK आया. Then Shunga और कनवा, दो दोस्त हैं शुंगा और कनवा ने सतवाहन में भगाया. तो ये पीके आया तो इसको शुंगा और कनवा जो था वो सतवाहन में बैठा के उसको भगा दिया. सो ये आपको इस स्टोरी याद रखना है, तो इससे आपको पूरा एक सीक्वेंस में याद रहेगा कि हर शिशु नंद जैसे मौर्य और शौर्य वाले थे, फिर ISPK आया, ठीक है, और शुंगा और कनवा ने उनको सतवाहन में भगाया. तो दिस इज़ द सिंपल ट्रिक. ओके, आई यूज टू रिमेंबर दिस वे ओनली. So thank you guys, hope you guys like what I am doing. I am actually I was not so sure कि मैं इतना कर पाऊँगा, but I am doing it and I am enjoying teaching you guys. So keep liking. Okay, we'll come with the in the next lecture we'll be coming with Sangam dynasties. Okay, in the South India, after this the Sangam dynasty will be coming. Okay, and what parallel dynasties were there at that time, like Pallava, Cheras were there in the southernmost part, like in the areas of Tamil Nadu, Kerala. So that we haven't seen yet what dynasties were there. So we'll be covering that only. Okay, guys, take care of your family. Okay, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.